how I make art as a solo dev. As a solo dev on my game, Desperation, I have to wear many hats. I am currently making the game in Unreal 5, and I know Unreal 5 pretty well. I'm about 4 years in Unreal experience. I can proficiently work in Unreal. If I need to learn, I know where to learn and how to learn. But art is a whole new area, and this same structure I'm going to have to do for music here soon as well, and sound effects. But currently I'm on art. Art is very important for a game, and I need art to make really the game feel as I want it to be. It's a dark fantasy game with some very heavy undertones, and this art needs to represent that. For my low barrier entry, I chose pixel art, because pixel art is great where anyone can really get in and start messing around, but you can see quick improvements as you're learning. So I use Sprite because Sprite is a fantastic tool. And it's only $20. You can also compile it yourself if you don't have any money. They give you that option. It's a fantastic company. So I chose Sprite and then Blender for my 3D modeling because I do like a 2.5D style. But I'm not an artist. Art is not something that comes to me. I'm very mechanically prone. I understand how things work and why they work and how to make them, but art is very much a new field for me. So no way is this video a tutorial. This is me explaining how I do it, and maybe you can get either how to start doing it, or you can go, hey man, that is not a good way, and you can let me know. I would love to hear any criticisms. But since I'm not an artist, this is just how I've been finding. I learn every single day. Every time I do this, I'm getting more and more experience. But I always start with the idea. The idea is, for me, what is the reference? What is this character's story? What is their purpose? For the character you're seeing me draw is the hero. This is the main character of the game that the player will always have for themselves. But I don't want this character have their own story. I want the player to put their story on it. I want them to imprint on this character. So they need to be very plain. Being very plain, but I don't want them to be just normal. So I decided on a knight that has kind of a basic silver armor, but also has seen some better days. You have some battle damages, you have some missing plate pieces, as if they're going through a struggle, because this game does have very deep and dark undertones. And then I go to my next step where I call it just draw. As you can see, I just kind of volatilely draw. I reference some other characters I make. I kind of am trying to figure out the shape of this character, and it takes me a long time. This is probably the longest step as I'm trying to figure it out. I'm almost telling a story as I draw of why this character is built this way. Why is their body in this shape? What am I trying to persuade when I'm making this piece of armor? And then when I'm getting the nice shape going and I'm like, okay, this is the character. This is exactly what I want. I start refining it. I'm breaking down all the pieces into their layers so I can easily switch between them, and it's also going to help me animate later. This is the part when I start going, okay, I'm proud of myself. Because when I'm in the volatile state of just drawing, I'm like, this doesn't look good. Everything's one or two colors. It just doesn't have any life to it. And then I go look at my other characters. I'm like, which I'm proud of. I'm proud of the art I've been making so far. And this is where this refining state is very important. And I leave it for last, and I try to put it off as much as possible, because if I can get that just drawing state great, then refining it's like a multiplier. It just makes it better. And so I make the just draw as best I can, and then come to refining, and that's when I start adding the detail. I add the shading, I add what is the unique colors and all that to the character, and this is where the character really starts coming to life. And if you continue watching, you'll really see this character go from my just draw state to the refining. It just massively starts to change, especially as I start to break apart the pieces into their respective layers. It's just a huge chain, and I'm very proud of it. I'm not an artist. I'll keep saying that, and this is very much something new to me, but this has been a fantastic experience so far. And part of this other thing is, how long does it take me? Art takes me quite a long time. This character was probably 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, just to sit down and draw it. And just a little 64 by 64 pixel character. Animating will probably take me a whole day, if I probably 8 hours to get at minimum the idle walk and 1 attack. But in my game, the characters can have up to 3 attacks. And there's also, I want characters to have several attacks that they can slot in. So every single time, I'm gonna have to make a new one. But the beauty of being a solo dev, and the beauty about me not being an artist, is I get to very quickly see how much I'm growing. Because I'm so new at this, every time I make a new character, every time I make a new piece of art, I grow very quickly. I can see it very quickly. That's a beautiful thing. Being able to then put this in a game and instantly see like your results is fantastic, and that's why I love solo development. It's all me. I can be proud of what I do, and that's kind of the purpose of my little studio I'm creating, Fine I'll Do It Myself Games, is a reference to, you know, Marvel and Thanos, and be like, fine, I'll do it myself, because that's what it is. This gaming industry is very volatile right now, and I decided I need better experience. I need to grow. How do I do that when I can't be in a very stable environment? Do it myself. And that's the beauty of it. I'm not an artist, but I'm proud of what I've made. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. This is definitely a fun project, and I'm just now starting to ramp up its development and ramp up my media coverage of the game. If you'd like to stick around and see what this game is going to continue to grow and be like, please like and subscribe. I have some socials like TikTok and Twitter that I will be posting this game on. Thank you so much for watching.